Okay, hello everyone. My name is Sanditya Laropi Sutanto, and now I will explain about Next Generation Network, or NGN in short, and the overall overview of this topic. Okay, to start off this presentation, I'd like to start with the question why, or why Next Generation Network? Why do we use it? Why do we need to learn it? And why is it important to us? So Next Generation Network is actually a very important developments in telecommunication core and access networks that will be deployed over the next decade. As you can see, NGN enables us unfettered access for users to networks and to competing service providers as well as services of their choice. And in NGN, the service-related function are actually independent from underlying transport-related technologies. Okay, so let's see. Now, let's talk about the advantages that comes with the implementation of NGN. Okay, so first for the service provider, it will reduce the capital expenses as well as the operating expenses, as it will be more efficient and it actually consumes less power and less space. And of course, it is easier to manage since there is only a single network layer and thus separating network and the data. So for the subscriber, we actually get faster new innovation because NGN is very flexible, it provides a very productive and opens room for so many innovations about telecommunication. And then, of course, it reduced our charges. Okay, next, we've already discussed about the essence or the importance of NGN. Now, let's actually know what actually is NGN or what defines NGN. So, first of all, NGN is a packet-based network, which means the information is converted into binary data and transferred via packages that will be reconverted into its original data form when it is delivered to the end user. It is different from regular home telephones, which is actually a circuit-based network. And then in next generation networks, it must have implemented today's broadband capabilities, especially wireless communication, which is actually very useful for us as it enables users to access information remotely or from anywhere. And then the last one, NGN must have features such as quality of service management. Here, the NGN has capabilities to support managed features of IP-based network, especially quality of service, security, and mobility. So what this means is that NGN must be able to perform complicated features, especially quality of service or QoS, because as you know, NGN technologies are used in many varieties of services that may require different needs or may need to be prioritized by different aspects. Okay, next, the key principles of NGN. First, there is open architecture. So what is open architecture? To put it simply, it means that the services provided by third parties don't necessarily depend on or are embedded to the network providers. So take this for example. Services providers such as Gojek or Netflix, they created or updated their services independently from the connection or the network providers, which is actually take us to our next point, independent provisioning. So what independent provisioning refers to is the fact that by using a distributed open control mechanism, we can promote competition by separating the service provision from the network operation. And then the last key principles of NGN is multiplicity. So what is multiplicity? Multiplicity refers to the flexibility that NGN provides in order to support multiple access technologies. So for example, in Skype, the Skype app, the application provides a feature to connect not only to its another service of Skype, but it is able to connect to network providers, where in this case, it enables us to call home telephones, regular home telephones. Okay. So, okay, now we have the question how it works. The NGN actually works by, as you can see here, this is the basic reference model, and there are user layer, control layer, and management planes for each layer. Here, the user plane is, well, us, the user, and the control plane refers to the ability to control that data for the user. And then lastly, there is a management plane, or how the provider manages its users. Okay, and there are NGN transport layer, which means that the network layer is equivalent to that of internet providers. The user plane here in the NGN transport is the information related to what has been done in the service layer in data packet. And the control plane is the algorithm for the application. And lastly, the management plane is where the application charge the user to get its revenue. Okay, that's all for me. I hope this may help some of you, and if it does, please consider liking, or if you have any question, don't be shy to put your thoughts in the comment section below. Okay, thank you very much.